Man. Woo, that would be a belt for the ages. All right, here we go.
It happened.
Yeah, it did.
Just like,
all right, here we go with the intro.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, we just jabbing to our theme music. Bells and bells. Welcome back. This is a Wednesday evening with Bells and Bells. I'm your boy Cedric D. Got man up. We're bruh today, okay? AKA Joey Gray. Guys, good evening to y'all.
Good evening. How are we doing today?
Man, as we keep going on along, man, we keep jamming out more and more to that more today. You all didn't see behind the scenes, man. Y'all didn't see behind the scenes, but freaking Man Up was doing a Tootsie Roll back there, man. We were dating ourselves, man. I'm telling you, man, that song is freaking catchy, man. And Joey ain't got no rhythm, so we're not gonna mess with Joey.
man, all right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're doing well out there, Chris. Caleb is out here with us tonight. Joey said, "Why are you, bro?" We covered this last week, I think, Joey. But for those who have been uninitiated,
Yeah, it's gotten out of control. And, if you haven't seen the Bells and Belts Control Center, yeah, I've been using the name Brocephus Jody, and then which is a play on Broseph, but also a play on Josephus Brody, the rest in peace, the former professional wrestler that left us a few years back, unfortunately. So yeah, I just reversed it, but.
Our good friend Ben Walker, Man Up's neighbor, right there.
Ben, my next door neighbor, almost. Ben,
almost. With oh god. Okay. Well, okay. No. That was facts. That was facts.
How do you know?
Okay. You know what? All right. I'm gonna put you on the spot then. Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
See, that's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna
that one is funny, and I know what Ben is talking about.
Hope everyone's staying off of wanted posters. Oh,
that is funny.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into it. If y'all want to, y'all can.
I would, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, I'm going to say this: if Great Value Eddie Kingston, the narcissist himself, wants to run his damn, mouth about us, he's welcome to come on the show and say it, but he can't because of diabetes is making his mouth freaking blubber up.
Hey,
okay. Great Value Eddie Kingston, like I'm calling you out.
Okay. Wow.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
Hey, and we are off and running on a Wednesday night, y'all. Hey, you never know what's going to happen on Bells and Belts. We thank everybody for tuning in tonight, guys. We're going a little bit of old school tonight. We're talking doing our top 5 NWA national tag team title. US, Joey got me all. I was not expecting that from Joey. So just getting started. Yeah, I was expecting.
That's fine. Hey, so as voted by you in the group, we put out a poll, and it was pretty much unanimous. You wanted the U.S. tag team titles. Unfortunately, only like 13 or 15 teams held them, so we couldn't really do a top 10 on just the United States tag team titles. So we settled on doing a top 5 and then also doing a top 5 on the national tag team titles, the Georgia national tag team titles.
Yeah, so hey, you got your cheer, your cheer team out here tonight, Joey. I'm telling you.
I'm just gonna say this here. Everybody get your popcorn ready because it look like it's gonna be a good show today.
I might have a meme that could find its way out there of him that says Great Value Eddie Kingston on it. And and then you could if somebody, I might just let it into the wild, and then if somebody wants to share it,
Oh gosh! And I really thought this. I told everybody before I came over, like I'm feeling kind of low energy. Yeah, that has completely changed. Thanks, Joey. I was wondering how to get to the show. Thanks. We're already off and going, man.
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what Man Up said in our group chat yesterday. I'm not gonna say what Man Up said in the group chat yesterday about Great Value Eddie Kingston.
Oh, yeah. That's why we have a group chat. Yeah, unless Man Up wants to come out and say it. Hey, if y'all have some, he might.
I enjoyed it though. I'll tell you that.
There's one. There's one that say it. That's one.
If I get at least 5 different people say it, all you gotta do is say it. 5 different people, then I say.
You already got one.
You got one.
You got to get 4 more.
Hey, Joey, look at that one.
The gnome of the belt lobby. Hey man, everybody else is a scammer. We're living in his world. It's his world. We're just living in it.
So I'm gonna put it like this. Now you can't say it more than once. You can't say it more than once. Now only it got to be 5 different people. Then at the end of the show, I'll say it.
Oh, there you go. But we gonna get freaking started. Well, Joe, you're gonna got us all sidetracked and everything. Man. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Well, which championship are we starting with?
We're gonna start. We're gonna start with the national because we'll start with the national. Because I think a lot of folks are more familiar with the U.S.
That's what they voted for. So I guess we'll save that for the main event.
Exactly.
So the main event.
Yeah. So the national title is of course based out of Georgia Championship Wrestling. Who had the damn it, Ben. Oh dear God.
I don't think we're gonna have a show today.
Hey, he tried to join the group too, and I was quick to.
Oh, that's right. He did. He did try to
join the Bells and Belts group.
Here we go. We might as well just go and say we ain't gonna have a show today. We might as well just go and say that.
We're going to get through this show, damn it.
All right. Anyway, let's keep.
We're going to get through the show. All right. So the national tag team titles based out of Georgia Championship Wrestling. They had the TBD WTBS, so they were all over the place, and they started the national tag team titles in about 1980. So from 1980 to 1986, that was the run of the national tag team titles. Chris Thermo,
but they ended up last being seen in Mid-Atlantic.
Exactly. So if they were, because that was after the time that when Vince purchased the time slot on WTBS, Jim Crockett brought it back, bought it off of Vince, and then it kind of become one. They had that working relationship with the national tag team titles. That was after that we saw the national tag team titles defended on Jim Crockett promotion cards and stuff like that. Card that comes to mind is Great American Bash '85. But you know that's for a whole nother show and whole nother day. But we're here to talk about our favorite top 5 national tag team titles, and we're gonna go ahead and start with Broseph with this number 5.
All right, my number 5 is probably gonna be a lot of people's number 1. But I went with the Road Warriors as the number 5.
I didn't feel you were gonna go there.
All right, but and I give their props. So this was really the first major title the Road Warriors really had.
They
have major title. I'll say that was kind of more literally a national title. So they really cultivated their gimmick. They really started to cultivate the whole thing down there with the whole faction of the Legion of Doom and everything. But they had a lot of success in the Georgia territory and. Great representatives of the national tag team titles at the time.
Absolutely, definitely cut their teeth. Georgia Championship Wrestling before it gave them the platform to be able to out to other promotions, i.e., relevated to go took them from there to AWA, then to freaking Mid-Atlantic. Um,
I'm sure we'll talk more about him.
I'm pretty sure.
We want your input, Chris.
Yes, please, absolutely. Man up. You're number 5.
Well, my number 5 was Super Destroy and Big John Studd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Big John Studd. I don't know what it is about him, but I don't know if it's the size, the name. But I was just a fan of this guy, so that's the reason why I had to put him on here. Now, of course, I got him at number 5 because who tag team with, no knock to the Super Destroyer, but they had the title on one time for 120 days, somewhere around there, 15, 16, whatever, something like that. But because Big John Studd, that's the reason why I got them at my number 5. Now, I will say this here though, I think my personal opinion, I think they should have had more than If I'm not mistaken, let me make sure if I remember this correctly. Did the Super Destroyer did they have to drop the title because of the injury? If I remember that correctly, or is it
might have been there was a lot of title changes. Whereas whether it's folks that had left the territory or injuries and whatnot.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I wouldn't know if he left or he got injured. I couldn't remember.
I'll tell you this: it might have been because that's probably around the same time Big John Studd was getting the call up from Vince. To be honest,
so that probably what it was.
83 or so, yeah.
So that's probably what I'm thinking then, because I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. But I think Big John Studd should have had a longer title reign than that. But that's just my personal opinion. But if he got called up to go somewhere else, then it is what it is.
Hey, shout out to Lee who was listening to us on East in Mississippi, Highway 10 East in Mississippi.
We love it, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate that, Lee. Appreciate that so much.
Highway 10, right out of Texas. Come on now.
There it is. But no. That was back in 1982. And Studd it really make that jump to there because I think he between Georgia Championship Wrestling and between that one and Mid Atlantic he kind of floated in between both as well. So I think the Mass Superstar who was the champion before them. I think he gave it the title to Studd. So, for those who've watched Georgia Championship Wrestling back then, please give us that input. Let us know.
Yeah.
Because we ain't no experts. we ain't no experts. So
we're going off of what we like and what we know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Joey, Chris, I see you're number 5. I appreciate that. Joey, you're giving yours.
Mine. What's your number 5?
Yeah, it's your number 5.
Number 5. I'm gonna go with the Wild Samoans on this one.
Hey,
can go wrong with them. I actually learned something about that because I didn't because I know because they had their run up with freaking Vince.
Yeah. Didn't know they were had won so many tag team titles.
Exactly. So the one title with Vince. I didn't know they were national tag team champions until I started doing research for this show. So I'm like, okay. So I got them at my number 5. Chris going through his entire list. I appreciate that, Chris. I'm gonna bring up.
Hey, all right, Long Riders, cool.
The Long Riders, and I'm gonna go ahead and go and give my number 4 because my number 4 is the Long Riders. I got a special place for the Long Riders. Bill Irwin and Scott Hogg Irwin. I remember them as a kid. With one of the wrestling shows that we had in Detroit was International Wrestling, and they were some dirty heels up there as well, and also Scott Irwin had his run in world class and in UWF as well. So I was definitely familiar with what he was bringing to the table, and then later towards the twilight of his career, he had a run in WCW. Then he was Bill Scott Irwin was also the Goon in WWF. Whoever, I don't know where the hell they come up with these gimmicks. Oh, by the way, that's a spoiler. That's a future show coming up. Here on Bells and Bells, we're gonna be talking about the outlandishness sometimes in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I had them at my number 4. Joey, you're number 4.
All right, I got one of my favorite tag teams of the '80s. Talking about Tim Horner, White Lightning, and Brad Armstrong, the Lightning Express.
Yeah, yes, I was actually shocked about that, and Chris had him at his number 4 as well.
They were great. They were up in Mid-Atlantic for a little while too. After that, I believe, and that's kind of where
I remember them. I didn't know they again doing research for this show. I didn't know they were team back then because I remember them as the UWF tag team champions.
Yeah. So again, underrated tag team in the history of the business, but had a lot of success. And I'm a huge Brad Armstrong fan again.
Exactly. You can't go wrong with nothing Brad Armstrong. I'm just saying.
That's true. That's true.
So I feel we're gonna be talking about Brad Armstrong a little bit more later on in this show.
Absolutely.
Man up. You're number 4.
Well, my number 4 is going to mimic Joey's number 5, and that's the Road Warriors.
Okay.
I mean, it ain't much extra to say because Joey did cover it all. Because
of course,
that is
giving their props.
Yeah, that's a legendary team, and I gotta mimic something Joey always say. I think that's somebody that don't always get they just do.
I don't know. Well, it's kind of a mixed bag in regards to the Road Warriors because in that era they were those big burly brawlers and whatnot who come up the sky.
I thought you were going to say the big
freaking Iron Man and whatnot, and that look, the whole appeal,
I mean, their appeal did get them stardom, but I think I don't know. I think a lot of people overlook their early work. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's well put.
And that's why I say I'm mimicking Joey because Joey always say that. And the
Georgia run and the AWA run, I don't think they get a lot of coverage on that.
Yeah,
we remember them from WCW. We remember them from WWF, but a lot of times people don't realize the territory days and all that. So.
Yeah, that is facts. 100% facts.
This stuff. We haven't talked about the AWA World Tag Team titles yet either.
Oh, it's coming. It's going to be on the list. Don't worry.
Exactly.
So is the AWA World Heavyweight title.
That's next month. That's a little spoiler, but that's next month. But that was in the poll as well. Joe,
you already did your number 4. Yeah.
You guys talk about Joey's favorite belt, the DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight title. Hey, I'm telling you that freaking title, man. Hey,
Caleb, I'll wait till you get a replica, then we'll talk about it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He's going to get it made now. Hyder Khan.
Are you familiar with that title?
Yeah, I've seen it.
No.
How it's changed hands in like car back seats and all kind of places. Yeah.
Man Up that would be, if you Google that Man Up and look at some of those title changes, you would actually appreciate it.
It's changed hands in different parts. I mean, everywhere in the world, pretty much. Like it's insane. The UK, exactly. US, Japan.
Hey, that could be discussion. That could be the DDT World Iron Man Heavy Metalweight title.
All right, well, we'll go on to my number 3 now.
I know I was looking Joy on that one.
My number 3 is the team of Michael P.S. Hayes and Terry Bam Bam Gordy, the Fabulous Freebirds, which I believe were 2-time national tag team champions.
Nice, exactly.
They won them 4 times. Dang, I missed out then. Yeah. They were pretty dominant there in Georgia at the time, though. Especially that team of Terry and Michael were pretty insane with those belts there. But yeah, they kind of dominated. They probably might be the most. I mean, obviously, are the most successful national tag team champions of all time.
Yeah,
exactly. And I'll pick back. I'll piggyback on that as well. Because they're my number 3 as well.
That's a solid spot. That's a good. Yeah.
Good solid spot. Do you got them at 3 as well, Man Up, or you got someone else at 3?
No, but spoiler, they are on my list.
Okay. All right. So with your number 3.
Well, my number 3 is the Fabulous Freebirds. No, I'm just playing. I got it. I got to mess with Cedric. Now, my number 3 is the Hollywood. My number 3 is the Hollywood Blondes.
Old Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah, the old ones.
Snap!
I mean, the ones way back over there.
Okay.
Jack Tatum and
Yeah, back there. I ain't talking about Steve Austin. I'm talking
okay.
about those.
I was making sure.
Yeah. Come on now. I know there was two. Well, I think two. But
probably like 4 or 5 teams called.
Yeah,
the
I had to
Blondes.
think about it for a second. But yeah,
Rip Rogers had a Hollywood Blondes team at one time.
But yeah, I'm talking about the Hollywood Blondes. They held it one time for 44 days, but I am a fan of that team. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they end up going to the Georgia wrestling too as well? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
That is Georgia wrestling.
Yeah.
No, okay. Maybe I'm thinking about something else, but I'm trying to remember all this off the top of my head. But yeah, I think that was a good team as well too, and that's another team I think that was very successful. I mean, very successful as a team.
It kind of makes sense because Rip Rogers definitely cut his teeth down in that southern region.
Yeah.
Ted Oates is synonymous with Georgia wrestling as well. So putting those two together,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they were very successful, but as a team, I think they could have done more. My personal opinion.
I said, comment Buddy Robertson. There's like 3 or 4 different incarnations of the Hollywood Blondes. That is one right there as well.
Yeah.
So in this instance, in financial, they
do recycle in wrestling.
yeah.
Copy
Everything gets recycled. There's definitely variations of it as well.
Yeah.
So,
Rugged Rod Price and Steve Austin were some kind of Blondes tag team before, in Texas before too. So I was like, it wasn't the Hollywood Blondes, but it was some kind of Blondes tag team or something.
Yeah. Caleb, like, come on, Joe. I know how much you love Kenny Omega.
Where did that come from? What does that have to do with Kenny Olivier? That's what Jim Cornette calls him.
Oh God. Oh yeah. I think Thin Air has won the DDT heavy metal weight.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff.
Oh yeah. When you get a chance, man, take a look at that title history.
I don't think I've seen it, but
yeah,
I'm trying to think. I don't think so, but yeah, I'll check it out.
All right, where are we at?
Number 2, the convertible Blondes in ICW. Exactly. There you go.
The convertible Blondes was another one. Yeah, there's all kind of daggone.
Yeah,
different variations of blondes and everything. So I remember there was a team. I forgot who was in it, but I remember it was the Suicide Blondes. There was another team. So very many variations of the blondes. We appreciate that. Joey, we're at number 2 for the national.
All right, my number 2 is the Andersons. I'm talking about Ole and Arn. Probably the longest reigning champions. It was better part of that year, and they were the last champions. So,
Chris had them at number 3. Okay.
Yeah, same difference. Call them whatever you want.
The Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and let's be honest. Without that run, Arn would have never had the success he had as a single. So.
It
propelled him.
Exactly. That got him ready for that mid.
Ole got him in the ring with a lot of big stars, so
exactly
he learned a lot fast.
Exactly. So absolutely, man up. Who you got it to?
Well, I'm gonna go with somebody different off of my list. And I got to throw Ted DiBiase and Stan Fraser, whatever, on there as well. I know I said that name wrong. Yeah.
Is that Cowboy?
Huh?
Is that which? I don't know which Fraser we're talking about. I'm like,
Stan Fraser.
Stan Fraser.
If I'm not mistaken, that isn't that Uncle Elmer?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Uncle Elmer. Yeah.
Yep. That to me, I got to give them a little bit of props, but that to me was a team that I guess you want to say needed a little bit more exposure as a team, but not as singles. Of course, we all know that. But as a team,
I wish I'm constantly looking, trying to find footage and stuff like that, and just. And see how those stories told, because they only held the title for 5 days. Literally.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think they needed more exposure as a team, and that's the only time they ever held it.
Yeah.
Now, because I think when you have great, my personal opinion, I think they had great chemistry, and I think that they should have done more. Well, been able to do more, I should say, put it like that. So, and they didn't get that just due. So, but I'm a big fan of both of those guys, so I had to put them number 2 on my list just because of that.
Okay. All right.
At
number 2, I have the Road Warriors at number 2. For all the reasons that was said earlier. It was the area where they cut their teeth in wrestling. Truly defined the gimmick that has went on make them the draw that they were. They went away from the biker gimmick that they started with to
Mad Max kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So I got them at number 2.
I didn't like that, but hey, it is what it is. I know you got to reinvent yourself, but it is what it is.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's not really. It's finding what works because they were still young in their freaking when they got there. So it's just find out what works. Chris had the Fabulous Freebirds at number 2, and that brings us to number 1. And I know whose choice is. So
we talked about it. All right. Spoiler alert, I already talked about how big of an Armstrong fan I am. So my favorite tag team out of the whole era is the leader of the original Bullet Club. I'm talking about Bullet Bob, baby. Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
And his son Bad Brad.
I'm
the
just
Armstrongs.
Oh God, he got the joke tonight.
I love. Hey, man, I'm again huge Bullet. You will never. Bob Armstrong going into WWE Hall of Fame, to the WWE universe is like a fart in church, unless you know how big of a star Bob Armstrong was, how much money that man drew, and especially down there in Mobile, Pensacola. Any of those areas, everywhere he went, Smoky Mountain Wrestling when he was already in his 40s and stuff like that up there with Jim Cornette wrestling occasionally. Bob Armstrong to me is one of the greatest of all time. He's definitely would be in my top 10 professional wrestlers of all time. And he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I'm telling you, Bullet Bob Armstrong is one of the most popular wrestlers there ever was. And him and Brad together, I mean, Brad was like a clone of him. It was his son, but as far as in ring, Brad is, again, we talked about this offline before, just one of the smoothest in ring technicians and workers there ever was.
And not just us saying it, because the boys say it as well. Like Arn freaking love Brad Armstrong to death. It's crazy.
Never hurt anybody in the ring and just kept. He probably would have been a good U.S. champion had they.
Exactly. So man up, number 1.
Fabulous Freebirds, baby. You already know it. The most successful team. My personal opinion, to hold the national tag team titles, but Joey covered that earlier, man. What more needs to be said? Fabulous Freebirds, baby.
Yeah, and my number 1 is the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Ole and Arn Anderson. And like we freaking said earlier, the spotlight was on Arn on that one coming up from the start Mid South. Then had his run in Pensacola. Then that being like the next step prior to going to Mid Atlantic, where he was freaking synonymous with the success of that promotion. So absolutely. So good job on the first one. Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. Chris had the Road Warriors at number 1. So can really go wrong or whatnot. Ole and Arn were the last national tag team titles. They were eventually stripped of the titles because I think Ole got injured, but it just found a way for them to introduce the U.S. tag team titles. Yeah. That everyone has become familiar with, and we're gonna dive into that right now. These beautiful things. This is a freaking gorgeous freaking design, man.
I had to have one in my collection. It's
exactly.
I was a big fan of it.
We'll go ahead and get a close up of yours since we're bells and bells.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and take it apart here because there's some cool additions. Mine has the cool little Jim Crockett Promotions logo plate there, and then if you come down here, Jago Jan made this, and he did the letter stamp. I know it's on the wrong side. I don't care. It's a custom.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hold up, Joey. You mean to tell me, out of all the belts you got, that's not TV accurate?
It's not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Spoiler alert, it ain't TV accurate. And I don't care.
I don't care.
Go ahead and put it on you. Let me put it on you. Hold on.
I got mine right here as well. I'm actually going to clean mine while we're sitting there talking. Mine is a custom as well. I saw that the Midnight Express had a version where the black is actually painted in.
Jim Cornette painted those, painted the banners and painted the black in on the side plates.
Did he
himself?
Really? Nice. So, but I'm actually going to clean my belt right here, right now. While we're talking about our U.S. Tag Team Champions, we're gonna go start with Man Up, and who you have at number 5.
Oh, hold on. Before I start, I gotta. Yep, you put it right there.
It's a custom, Ben. It's a custom.
Hey, we love our custom belts here at Bells and Belts.
You mean it's probably not the right size? It's not scaled?
Oh my gosh.
Joey, yours is backwards.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Maybe if I do this right here and put it over here, maybe it's right.
Oh my God, yes.
All right, my number 5 is going to be the Midnight Express.
Whoa!
I mean, hey.
Whoa!
That was a good tag.
I'd be more offended if they weren't on his list. All right. So now I'm going to give you that.
What?
I'm going to delay my comment.
No. What?
Who else is on his list? I'm going to delay. I'm going to delay that. Chris,
I'd be more offended if they weren't on his list.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Chris checked on number 3 because they were not U.S. Tag Team Champions. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you already know Midnight Express, man. You know that's a team 3 times 505 total days. I mean that to me that team there was. I don't care what anybody said. That was the most impressive team to ever hold the U.S. title.
Yet still, you got them at number 5. So I
got them at. Say what now?
You got them at number 5. So I'm curious.
So go ahead and see
who you have above them.
Gonna be interested to know who's above.
You're gonna see who behind my number 1 though.
I'm not for your crap tonight. I'm really not.
I mean, come on. I'm giving them their props, but at the same time, they are the best to hold it.
You give them that prop, but
he's saying they are the best to hold it. They're just not his favorite. That's okay.
There you go.
Exactly. See, we were talking about this offline. See, this is why I get migraines because I have to deal with crap like this from freaking Man Up.
I mean, come on now.
Again, I'd be more offended if they weren't on his list. Then I would be like, wait a minute, what?
No, Joey, no. You know what? Joey, give me your number. What's your number 5, Joey? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is the team of Terry Taylor and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Okay.
Excuse me, the Tailor-Made Man.
The Tailor-Made Man.
I actually, this is one of those teams that's a sleeper that I don't think a lot of people remember their title reign, but I do. And this was kind of post, Valentine's WWF career. And I kind of liked him in this spot. And they were a fixture on WCW Saturday Night and Main Event.
Uh-huh.
They were more of the WCW era of the belts, but again, it was a makeshift team that I actually really enjoyed with Terry Taylor and Greg Valentine. So
okay, all right. I'm okay. You talk, I'm looking at comments. I'm looking at Chris comment.
Yeah, I was reading that too.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not talking about the Florida U.S. Tag Team titles. The NW Florida US Tag Team titles. We're talking about the one in Mid Atlantic. So
Mid-Atlantic version, yeah.
Mid-Atlantic version. I guess it should be, been more.
Alternatively, the WCW US Tag Team titles.
Exactly. So we talking about that, the one that 5.5 year run with them belts. At number 5, I got the Steiners, and I know Joey has the Steiners on his list, so I'm not gonna go longer with it. And my number 5 might have Joey feel some kind of way, like the Midnights have me.
Again, I'd be more offended if they weren't on your list.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why you got. I'm trying to figure out why you got Steiners at number 5.
Say again.
I'm trying to figure out why you got the Steiners at number 5.
Because the ones I have over it are freaking good teams as well.
All right.
But I'm curious because I'm trying to let you get my freaking blood pressure up tonight, man. Up, I swear.
Did he say? Okay, all right. Never mind.
His number 1 spoiler, Man Up's number 1 is Ron Simmons and Big Josh.
God damn it!
My God, I'm gonna laugh if it really is.
No. Yeah.
Big Josh, aka Doink the Clown.
All right, so Chris is he's updated his. At number 5, he has Brian Pillman and Tom Zane.
I was a huge fan of them. They did not make my list, but I will say this: I was a huge fan of them as a tag team. It was kind of the young upstarts in a tag team, getting a run with some gold. So I enjoyed it.
Okay, and all right there, Broseph, number 4.
I thought, man, we were going to Man Up. Man Up started it off.
My number 4 is actually Chris's number 5, Brian Pillman and Tom
Zane?
The Z-Man.
Yeah, him. I could not get his name right. But
Okay.
yeah, I was thinking just like Joey, that was a team that, was getting their start and stuff like that. I think my personal opinion was pretty damn awesome.
And you had them above the Midnight Express. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But like I said, they're not my favorite. I've given them their props, but they're not my favorite.
I want to smack the shit out of you, but that's a whole nother thing. all freaking together. Joey, number 4, please save me.
All right. My number 4 is a team that probably ain't going to be on y'all's list, but I really enjoyed the gimmick. Originally, they were the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys, but I liked them better as the Young Pistols.
Okay.
I'm talking about Steve Armstrong of the Armstrong family and Tracy Smothers.
Of course they are, Joey. The Armstrong family. Of course you do.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed the gimmick. I enjoyed the cowboy type thing when I was a kid and stuff. And I thought they were really, I'm a big Tracy Smothers fan anyway, and got to know him once I was in the business. And again, they entertained the hell out of me. They had a great babyface run and then a surprising heel run. But a very, very smooth, polished tag team in the ring that I could have seen move if they had have stayed together and kept getting momentum. Could have been world tag team champions.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was a hell of a tag team division that they were at that time as well.
And it was a young Tracy and Steve back then.
Young Tracy. This was before Thugs.
G is for jail because a thug can't
spell. Smoky Mountain Wrestling for those of y'all who are not initiated. At number 4, I got the Varsity Club. I have said this before that I love that collection of talent that with it has Steiner, Captain Mike Rotundo, and Kevin Sullivan, the Games Master. Then they brought in Steve Williams in there as well. I like that Varsity Club gimmick that they had. So
yeah,
that's why I got number 4. Even over the Steiners, because the Steiners had a good long run with the U.S. title, but they took the titles off of them. I'm sorry, I was thinking about another title reign because Rick is a 2-time U.S. tag team champion. So I had that triple set. So I'm gonna rewind that. But yeah, Varsity Club. Yeah, I got them at number 4. Chris has who at number 4? He has the Fabulous Freebirds, and I will caveat that because I had
they had them twice, didn't they?
Who, the Freebirds?
Michael and Jimmy had. I think they had them a couple times.
They had 2 runs with the U.S. at the time. I had them at my number 3, so I'll go ahead and just caveat that. The only team to win the U.S. tag team titles and the national tag team titles.
Well, that's not really the same team.
Well, I'm going with Freebirds.
Yeah,
I'm going Freebirds.
But that's that Fabulous Freebird rule.
Well, Jimmy Garvin wasn't a free bird when the national tag team.
Exactly. Well, so
that
but
was a later.
well, we can truly debate that because never mind. Yeah, he was with that early.
He was a free bird at the bars in the hotel room, but he wasn't on TV.
Good point.
He was gorgeous, Jimmy.
Good point. All right, so I'm going historical wise. Is Michael Hayes the only person to win both?
Basically,
I think so.
But it's still the free birds, in my opinion. But
I tied it in because
all this is subjective, though. All this is subjective.
It is.
So
it is. All right, man. Number 4, number 3. I'm sorry.
Number 4.
Number 3.
Oh,
I want to see who else you have in front of the Midnight Express.
Oh boy.
While I shine this up real nice so I can stick this up your number 3.
Well, my number 3, I'm gonna go ahead and say it because Joey said it earlier. I put a mess with Joey. It's Big Josh and Ron Simmons.
Go ahead and cue it up, Soldier. Come on now.
Okay. You've heard this one, man.
I'm just joking. I just had to say to mess with Joey.
I'm questioning if he's joking.
I am. It's the Fanatics, man. And my number 3 is the Fanatics.
The who?
Fanatics.
Who? I don't remember them.
Oh my goodness. I had to mess with Joey though. Nah, for real. It is Big Josh and Ron Simmons. It is. Oh man.
Okay, all right.
Let me explain.
Go ahead, because I think I know why.
I got to give Ron Simmons his props.
That's why. That's why.
Because of Ron Simmons.
I don't even remember them being champions.
Exactly.
They were very short. They were very short. But I had to give Ron Simmons.
Oh dear.
You know, that's the reason why.
Pre Matt Bourne doink the
Oh dear God.
No, but it's all because of Ron Simmons, and we already know what I'm talking about with Ron Simmons. I had to
give him his props with Doom, but damn.
Exactly. Man, go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner for a little bit. I'll bring it back when it's time for us to talk again. Because you know what, stuff like that is why what gets my freaking blood pressure up. Right there, dealing with stuff like that. He really had Ron Simmons and Big Josh. Oh Lord. Okay, Joey. Please bring us back to reality, please.
All right, I'm going to give you a real number 3 here.
Okay.
I'm talking about guys that also held him a couple times. One of my all-time favorite, smoothest tag teams in the ring. I'm talking about the Fantastics. Tommy Rogers,
yes, sir.
Bobby Fulton, not the Fanatics.
The
Fantastics. I heard Man Up say the Fanatics. I was like, what?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Fantastics, man. I'm a big fan and always a big fan of both of those guys. So great feuds with the Midnight Express.
Exactly.
They were already a polished team coming from the UWF.
Absolutely.
He had them in a tie.
He had them in a tie.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. And I'll go ahead and segue to number 2. And my number 2 is, and Chris's number 2 is the exact same thing. Is the Fantastics. Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, man, is freaking amazing, man. It was the feud with the sheep herders in UWF, the feud with the Midnight Express. If you haven't realized who my number one is by now, I will go out on a limb and say that feud defined this U.S. Tag Team division.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the best. It was the best feud, in my opinion, of the whole thing. Just
exactly. And so it kind of.
It's the in-ring action, man. Like the way the matches they were able to put together. And let's be honest, Tommy and Bobby were junior heavyweights. They were small guys.
They were
compared to, Bobby and Stan look like giants compared to them. But like, but in the ring, bell to bell, they put on tag team clinics. And I dare say the Fantastics and the Midnight rivals the Rock and Roll into Midnight.
It does. It does. Oh, excuse me. It really does, man. Because the huge freaking feuds, man. Freaking
the only feud better than both of those is the one with the Midnight and the Dynamic Dudes. I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right. And, all right, man up. Your number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the comment. I'm sorry. My number 2 is the Fabulous Freebirds as well. Okay, we already know, and I'm going to go ahead and put this up right here because this is what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
But see, and that's
but not in Georgia.
But that's debatable. I'm gonna put it like that.
No,
because we are never mind. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, twice for a total 124 days with the U.S. tag titles. And Cedric, those are shining real nice right there.
Yeah, I just put the wax on it just now.
Man. Oh, okay.
Put the wax on it.
Maybe that light hitting it real good too. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, I had to go with the Fabulous Freebirds. So
okay.
And y'all pretty sure y'all should know who my number 1 is. But let's go ahead and go into Joey.
Oh, my number 2 is the Steiner brothers.
Of course.
Yeah, and a big fan of them. That was after they lost the World Tag Team titles to Doom, and It was kind of like a way for them to keep being recognized as a top tag team. And again, they had a long run with it, and they never lost it. They had to vacate it after winning back the World Tag Team titles from the Freebirds.
Exactly.
So, Steiner brothers to me were awesome during that run. Had a great feud with the Nasty Boys. Probably one of the best matches the Nasty Boys ever had, just because the Steiners were bumping them like hell all over the ring at that Halloween Havoc.
Jeez.
What was that, 1990? Halloween Havoc before the Nasties went to WWF. Yeah, Steiners had them bumping everywhere. They never bumped that much again in their whole career.
So they weren't bumped. They were freaking thrown.
Yeah, yeah. Rick and Scott had made them sweat that night. Boy, they took it out of them. So, and that was one of my most memorable matches. Though, was the Steiners beating the mess out of them, defending the U.S. Tag Team titles.
Absolutely. Chris, I think we covered Chris the Fantastics. All right, we've come to number 1. We all know who mine is. I think Joey echoes the same sentiment. So, but man up, who number 1?
Joey just said it, the Steiner brothers.
Okay, all right. I'm now officially done with man up. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute man up because I'm done. I'm done with them. Because my number 1 and probably Joey's number 1 as well. The Midnight Express.
Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express.
Exactly. Cornette's introduction. Oh dear, his freaking introduction. Your friend and mine, Mr. Jim Cornette.
Yeah, Stan Lane, man. Such a good voice. Vince made him an announcer.
You freaking reminded me of that, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
People don't even remember Stan Lane as a WWF broadcaster.
I remember that, man.
Chris, no team. I mean, it's hard for them not to be my favorite because, I mean, they're just, to me, and again, I think me and Cedric are both on the same wavelength where we prefer the Stan Lane version of the Midnight Express a lot of times, although I give the Condrey version.
I think the Condrey version was more cagey and more old school, whatnot. But the Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton, we saw more of that tag team continuity, that tag team mastery, that tag team.
They gelled so well, like right off the bat, just teaming up.
The rocket launcher, the double goozle. I mean,
And we got the feud with the original Midnight Express. Remember that with Paul Lee?
Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey,
Yeah,
man.
after they had a run in the AWA as the World Tag Team Champions.
Exactly.
So many great memories of the Midnight Express, man. Like
exactly. Paul Lee and Jim Cornette having their qualms. They busted up in Cornette pretty good on one occasion.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, when
I see these belts, I immediately think of the Midnight Express.
Exactly. You beat me to it. They're I think of the U.S. tag team.
Now y'all finna have me go get one made now.
Well, hey, that might be the bill that you.
Man Up's gonna have the first dual-plated U.S. tag team title. It can be done.
Ooh, I bet that would look good too. Dual-plated.
I don't know. I'm finna come up with something. I'm gonna think of something.
There you go.
I want to see it.
Man.
It could be done.
Awesome.
All right. I guess we didn't get five comments saying say it, so I guess I won't be saying it. So
yeah. Darn. I think that they got so entrenched into the the conversation about these tag teams.
All right. No. Okay. No. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask my tag team partners. Joey, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Cedric,
I popped so hard last night when you said it. I couldn't. That was hilarious.
Oh, look at Ben right there. Look at Ben.
Look dead in the camera and call him out and say it.
But before
that's going to be a short.
I need to.
That's going to be a short.
I need to make sure my daughter's not listening before I say it. It's one of those
kind
of comments.
What is doing that?
Let me make sure my daughter is not listening. Hold on.
We're going to do a first right here on Bells and Belts. And we're going to have a new belt day right here on Bells and Belts for the first time. We're going to first time ever a new belt day. Here we go. So I got this in on Monday. This is an NWA Dome Globe I got from Unique Spirit.
Nice.
So this belt, I put my cleaning touch on it.
Now I see the shine on it a lot better. Now it's looking nice.
Yeah. So it's the stacked US, the NWA initial there is stacked as well. The wrestlers here are stacked as well.
Nice.
And it's not that heavy. It really isn't. Good floppy leather.
Nice lacing on it.
It is, yes. The lacing all the way around. One of the jewels fell off. I hit him up. He's gonna send me replacement jewels for it. So it probably happened in transit. It happens. So, but yeah, it's good. It's good though.
That happened to me on one of the belts I had made for from Jagu, and it fell off, but it was in the packaging.
Yeah, I threw that plastic all over. It may be in this room.
There you go. If you're watching and you get a belt with gems in it, make sure you check the packaging and stuff too.
Exactly, because he asked me, it was in the packaging. It might have been, but I was ripping off plastic. I was throwing it over. It might be on the floor somewhere. But take a look at this.
That is nice though, man.
Nice, and it's not heavy. Nice, have a nice good feel to it. So the NWA World Heavyweight title with stacked letters, in the middle, stacked US and the stacked wrestlers right there from Unique Spirit. So
it's very nice.
Very nice. I like it. I like it. I'll definitely give him some more business down the road. And oh darn it! What did I forget to do today?
Ring the bell.
Well, it's too late now. All right. I want to ask everyone here what you're going to be doing Monday night, because I know there ain't nothing on TV.
Oh my gosh, there is absolutely nothing on freaking TV.
Not on a Monday night.
Oh no. But if you're not tuned in to this on Monday night, we talking about belts. We can talk about leather. We're gonna be talking to Antonio Mendoza of Mendoza Craft, man.
Yeah, and
he is going to. We're gonna be right in his freaking wheelhouse. He's gonna be right there. He's gonna be showing us some leather. He's gonna be doing some leather work, and we're gonna be able to ask him questions about leather. Like, anything and everything. If you have questions, put it in the comments, or definitely join us on Monday. You jump it in the comments because we're gonna want that.
Is that Antonio saying that?
Yep, that's Antonio. That's Antonio Mendoza.
So I'm pumped up because I'm ready to see the master at work. And if you haven't seen some of the stuff that he's been putting out, he just did an Ultimate Warrior strap. Oh my gosh!
He had a penny tag. He did with a shield, custom shield strap.
Oh my man!
He's able to do. I mean, he's able to do things with leather. I have not seen any re-leatherer do.
Exactly. So, and we're gonna be able to pick his brain on Monday. He's gonna take us into his workshop, and he's gonna be doing some work, and he's gonna be answering our questions. So make sure that you guys are tuned in on Monday for Spotlight 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here at Bells and Belts on YouTube and on Facebook, guys. It's gonna be an amazing show. If you ever had any questions about leather, this is the time to freaking do it with someone who's killing the re-leathering game right now. It's gonna be freaking amazing.
And then tell them what we got going on next Wednesday.
Oh, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, live right here, back again. Yes.
This one again. One of our polls. We talk about Queer Rich Special. We're gonna be talking about Ted DiBiase and all things him. Look at that evolution from left to right, man. And we're gonna dive into that next Wednesday right here on Bells and Belts. So
I'm ready for it. I got my $1 million belt. I'm ready for it.
You got $1 million belt, so you definitely get to bring that out.
All righty. Joey, what was that guy's name again?
I call him Great Value Eddie Kingston. Do you want to call him by his government name or whatever it says on Facebook?
I don't even know what it is, but let me just go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Now I can't even remember off the top of my head.
All right. Nah, not Junior.
Oh, Guido.
All right, let me put it like this here. My personal opinion, if you're having problems with someone, out the way I was raised and brought up, this is all jokes aside, everybody. I know we joke a lot on this show. We try to have fun. But this is a serious moment here. My personal opinion, the way I was brought up, if I have problems with someone, I go to that person. I don't spread it out to the world. If I got a problem with you and me are the only ones that's going to know about it. Unless you go and tell somebody. But me and you is the ones we're going to have problems with. We're going to sell it, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, what really got me was this here. I came on and I said, hey, man, look, this is something that should not be spread to the world. This is something that needs to be handled in-house, I guess to say like a better terms. And the man came after me. And, of course, I'm a grown man. I'm going to defend myself. So I told him, I said, look, cut that mess out. I don't want to hear it. But then he come out and he want to start making some wanted posters about me and my tag team partner. And what pissed me off that he come back and he started talking about other people's scammers, called me a scammer, called one of my tag team partners a scammers. Long story short, because we run out of time here. But long story short, he came back out and said some more crap. And I said, you know what? Fuck this motherfucker. He can kiss my ass after I took a shit. I don't give a fuck about him. And that was it. And that was it. And I mean every word that I say.
Say mean what you say what you mean. And with that said, I ain't ring the bell to start, but damn it, shut the show down. With that being said, we thank everybody for tuning in to us this week. Joey, how can they support us?
Man, like we said, when you're in the Bells and Belts podcast Facebook group, you're part of our creative team. We have polls where you get to pick the content, just like this, just like the Ted DiBiase retrospective, just like the AWA World Heavyweight title we're going to discuss coming up in a little while. Everything we do, like we come up with a lot of creative ideas on our own, but some we put right out there in the group to get your opinion on. That's why we need you to be a member of our Facebook group at Bells and Belts Podcast. And then, of course, if you're watching us on Facebook and you haven't caught our channel on YouTube, I mean, you're missing out on a lot of content we put out. We put out a lot of shorts, entertaining shorts, different types of shorts. We got the Control Center. Cedric's been showing off his first issue of PWI. We got some footage from Man Up going to a WWE live event. We're catching some different things from that. So it's really a good variety of content we're putting out here. We put belt unboxings and reviews up on there. We put all kinds of stuff. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, we don't just share that around on social media, not every video. So you're missing out on some content. So make sure you subscribe.
I'm sorry, fellas. I got to put this up. Thank you, Ben, for everything. Thank you. You are the man, 100 grand. Appreciate you, man.
He will always be the first episode of Spotlight, too.
Absolutely.
That thing was a success because of Ben.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
All right, so with that being said, for bruh down there, for man up with the fiery mic drop, I'm your boy Cedric D, and we're gonna see you guys back here on Monday for Spotlight, and Wednesday right here for Ted DiBiase. I'm Create Richard Spencer. Until then, we'll catch y'all later.